Welcome to another video of Rome actually. And this time, in this video, we are going to talk about Rome in March. March is one of those, let's say, transition months because it's the first month of spring and we are transitioning for both the weather, the length of the days, and also tourism-wise. We are transitioning from the quiet months of winter to the busier months of spring. Now, March also, when it comes to weather, let's say, is a transition month because the days start being longer and the weather, the temperatures start being a little bit warmer. Keep in mind that it's the first month of spring, but spring starts on the second half of March, which means don't get fooled by the name because it's, of course, it's warmer than January and February, which are the coldest months in Italy, but in March also it's not too warm. So don't think that in March you can just go around with a summer dress or t-shirt. No, you're still gonna wear a jacket. I wear a scarf, a hat, and a warm jacket, like the typical winter jacket. Now, many travelers, especially if they are first-time travelers to Italy and Rome, they ask me, is March a good time to visit Rome? If you ask me, I say yes, it's a lovely time to visit, especially if you are not scared of a little bit of coldish temperatures and some showers here and there, because the month is still rainy. Lately, in the recent years, they have been recorded some 7 days of rain all throughout the month of March. So it's not too much, but what March is known for is it's unpredictable. So we have a saying in Italy that says, Marzo pazzerello. Guarda il sole e prendi l'ombrello, which means March is a little bit crazy. Look at the sun and take the umbrella. This means that even if in the beginning of the day you see that it's a nice day, still don't trust it too much. Expect some rain, some shower anytime. It's a little bit unpredictable. So, for example, a little bit of advice for me on what to pack is pack in layers, clothes, and especially pack, if you have a small umbrella, foldable umbrella, that it's easy to pack in your bag or backpack, because in March it can always be useful. As for the weather, in March, you can expect during the day to reach some, let's say, some 16. Sometimes in the warmest days, especially towards the end of the month, it can reach also some 20 degrees, while during the night and very early in the morning, the coldish can be some 6 degrees Celsius and can be some 43 Fahrenheit degrees. So 6 Celsius degrees, it's not warm. So especially in the morning and in the evenings, make sure you are well dressed because it can be coldish and it can be also humid. As I mentioned before, many people ask me if March is a good time, is a good month to visit Rome. If you're not scared about some cold temperature and you're comfortable wearing a little bit like warmer clothes, March is a great time to visit Rome. Why? First of all, the weather, because it's not too hot, it's very pleasant to walk around. In summer, let's say July and August, I don't find it very pleasant to walk around because when the sun is too scorching and the temperatures are too hot, I don't see an escape except for entering like a restaurant or a museum, but walking around, also visiting the Colosseum. Keep in mind that the Colosseum and the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill, they are all open air, uncovered. When it's too hot, it gets very hard. That's why in summer, the best way to visit these archaeological sites is very early morning, while in March you can visit early morning. It's a little bit coldish, except when it's raining, but during the day it's lovely to visit also the archaeological sites. Also, crowd-wise, March is not crowded. So walking around the city, visit usually crowded sites like the Colosseum and the Vatican museums. It's much more pleasant because your experience will be higher quality. You won't be dragged by the crowds, and the lines will be much shorter. If you're visiting very busy and crowded sites like the Colosseum and the Vatican museums, also St. Peter Basilica, I will suggest to book your ticket online, either joining a private or semi-private or a small group tour, or by just purchasing your ticket online, because like this you have some insurance of the entry. For example, when you book online in the Colosseum, you will have specific slot to enter. So it's not that you skip the line because there is no such a thing in the Colosseum, but you will have this slot, so you will enter at that time. So if you book online on the website of the Colosseum, you will receive the ticket with a specific time and you will enter at that time. Keep in mind that every month they open the slots to enter the Colosseum to buy the tickets, and tickets in the Colosseum, they sell out super quickly. So either this or you will need to join some tours. Some of the things I will suggest to do in March: Colosseum, the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill. They are great places to visit because I said fewer crowds than in busier times, starting in April, May, and also all through the summer. They are very busy times. So March is still not so busy. And you will have plenty of space, plenty of time, because once you are in the Colosseum and in the Roman Forum and also Palatine Hill, I suggest take your time to also read where you are, what you're seeing, what you're visiting, because they are huge sites and they deserve to be visited slowly and taking your time also to understand places and the history of what you're visiting. For sure, I will suggest the Vatican museums in March in Rome, because same reason, the Vatican museums are among the busiest and the most crowded sites in Rome. So if you are in Rome in March, don't miss it, because it's one of the, the chances to visit the Vatican museums with less people, fewer crowds, and you will be more able to appreciate all the masterpieces and the big history also in the Vatican museums. Inside the Vatican museums, some of the most crowded landmarks are for sure the Sistine Chapel, the Raphael's rooms, for example. So in March, you will be able to visit them and to see them, to appreciate all the paintings, the frescoes, and all the masterpieces in peace, more silent, and without being dragged by the crowds. Also in March, if you go like in the midday and in the most crowded times of the day, of course there will be more people than if you join a tour early morning, even better before opening hours, or if you buy the tickets towards like the last 2-3 hours of the day of the opening hours, or after opening hours. If you are interested, I can leave in the description below, I can leave a link to the tours that they are before opening hours and after closing time. I will leave a link both to private and semi-private tours, or also to small group tours. You can see if it's something that you can be interested in. Those, obviously, you will visit the Vatican Museum, so with your guide, but very few people, so you will be able to, first of all, hear what your guide says, which is always very interesting, because you will visit more in depth the Vatican museums, but also you will know more about the history and the places. Another place that I suggest visiting in March is, in March and always, but especially in March because you will find a shorter line, is the St. Peter Basilica. St. Peter Basilica is gorgeous. It's free to enter. St. Peter Basilica is a church, but it's a museum because it's packed with the art masterpiece. And also, obviously, it has a huge historical value. When you enter, as soon as you enter in the Vatican Basilica, if you go on your right, you will immediately be able to appreciate La Pietà sculpture by Michelangelo. Some other masterpieces, obviously, will be the canopy, the bronze canopy by Bernini towards the center of the basilica, and the funerary mausoleums of many popes. Among the other places, I suggest you climb the Spanish Steps, you visit the gorgeous Piazza Navona. We have a video of Piazza Navona. If you click here, you will see, but we will also leave the link below. So you will have an idea of what to expect in Piazza Navona. Piazza Navona is the famous oval-shaped square in Rome, where you will also see there are the three big fountains. The huge fountain of the Four Rivers by Bernini, but also the other two fountains of the Moro and of the Neptune. And in front of the fountain of the Four Rivers, you will see the Basilica of Sant'Agnese in Agone by Borromini. Apart from these masterpieces, in our video of Piazza Navona, you will see also a way to get to underneath Piazza Navona, because the very shape, oval shape, elliptical shape of Piazza Navona is given by the fact that Piazza Navona was built on top of the Stadium of the Mission. So underneath Piazza Navona, you will be able to visit also the archaeological ruins of this stadium of the 2nd century. In Rome, March is a great month to visit because there are sunny days, nice days where it's great to go around the city and also to take, let's say, a day trip. We have a video devoted to the best day trips to take in Rome, but also, let's say, it's a rainy day, so you can visit one of the many museums in Rome, because apart from the Vatican museums, there is also the Galleria Panfili in Via del Corso, which is a gorgeous museum. It's a noble palace and it's a wonderful museum. Then there is Palazzo Barberini, close to Barberini train station and close to the Trevi Fountain. Another fantastic museum that you can visit in the city center, in case it's raining, is the Traians Market. It's not an ancient market, it was the actual administrative area of the Forum of Traian, so it's close to Piazza Venezia. And once you enter in the Traians Market, you have also the access to the Forum of Trajan, the Emperor. Another thing that I suggest you do in March, let's say when it's a nice day, book a food tour, because you can go around with a guide that explains to you not just the places, but also if you're a foodie, if you enjoy some culinary tradition, with a guide you're gonna do plenty of tasting, and the guide will explain to you also the typical dishes, the ingredients, and the typical dishes from Rome, like amatriciana, carbonara, coda alla vaccinara, and also some ingredients like the guanciale, for example, comparing the guanciale to the pancetta, gelato. This in a food tour. If you enjoy working and cooking, definitely I suggest joining a cooking class. I have joined two. One to make pasta and one to make pizza, and I will leave the link below. I really enjoy them, and to be honest, even if I'm Italian and I usually cook in my house, I learned plenty. So they are not difficult. So you will buy some of the ingredients before going back home, and once you're back home, you can treat your family and friends with some Roman meal. If you need help organizing your time and deciding in the morning what to do, in the evening what to do in the afternoon, and where to eat, where to stay, and all the tips that you need to organize an itinerary in Rome, you can check out my custom itineraries, so customized and tailored to your needs, your passions, your interests, your travel style. And in case you prefer some more archaeological sites or some more museums, or to take some day trips to organize everything, check out the link below and you'll see how I can organize a custom itinerary for you. If you found this video useful, check out our many other videos about visiting Rome and things to do in Rome and how to plan your trip. If you need more tips, check out also our website, romeactually.com, which is packed with all types of tips and things to do in Rome. Rome Actually is now signing off. See you in the next video. Ciao for now.